This is On Hold with Lindiwe Ncongwane. Lindiwe Ncongwane. Lindiwe Ncongwane. On Hold with Lindiwe Ncongwane. Lindiwe Ncongwane. Lindiwe Ncongwane. On Hold with
Temper tantrums. Yo. When I thought tantrums were just reserved for children and kids, especially when they are two, we even give them the term, the terrible two, because they're just unbearable. They are just unpredictable. They just throw tantrums. And when you've got the different types of tantrums where they throw themselves on the ground and they kick and scream until they get what they want. Or some just go and don't want anything. You give them food, they don't want food, they don't want to eat, they don't want to sleep, they don't want anything because they're angry. But let's talk about adult tantrums. So when we thought tantrums were only for children, I think we all know that adults throw tantrums. But we are not saying anything about it. It seems like it's justified, or it's called anger, or it's called, I don't know what it's called these days, but actually some of it you can see that it's just temper tantrums. It's just an adult throwing their toys out of the court. It's just that. It's not even anything bigger than that. So, if you remember during COVID, I think during COVID was the worst. People and people threw a lot of temper tantrums everywhere. When you ask them to wear mask, I'll wear it. There's like all sorts of things. Yeah, we're going to stay to level 5, level 4, and then there's tantrums. Like, I think that was the peak of adult temper tantrums. But it doesn't go away. Our parents throw tantrums all the time. And you know what? If I think about tantrums, they're just it's kind of also a sort of manipulation into getting your way or things done your way. Because why would you throw a tantrum if it's not necessary? So either you're trying to be heard, or you are trying to be the one who speaks the loudest, or for people, you feel like people are not listening to you, or people are not doing what you're saying, or something. I mean, even for kids, they're screaming because you won't buy them the sweets or the toy. So they scream until you buy the sweet or the toy, or until you threaten them or you leave or whatever. But the fact of the matter is they're just trying to get your attention and get you to listen to them or see them or hear them and do as they say sometimes, or follow what they're saying or something like that. So I guess then if I'm thinking of it this way, it's all about getting attention, being listened to, being heard, and sometimes getting your way. So yeah, our parents throw tantrums all the time. They scream, they threaten us. Oh, I raised you. And in difficult times, hey, stories. And then their tantrums are very subtle. They're like, nah, I'm not going to ask anybody for anything. Or their tantrums are around being sick. Oh, I'm sick. And you know that they just want attention. Probably they want you to call them, or they want you to visit or something. It's happening all the time. So with that, I also realized I've got my own tantrums. Okay, so don't judge me. I throw tantrums as well, but I'm very professional. Mine are professional in that what I do is, because I'm not a person who's overreactive maybe sometimes. So okay, most of the times I'm not overreactive. So how I throw tantrums is also just to withdraw. And yeah, so when I've withdrawn, if it's for my kids, if they did something that I don't like, or they say something that I don't like, instead of saying something, I withdraw, I just pout, I carry on to the room. I don't want to eat. They ask me, do you want to eat? Do you want tea? I don't want anything. And then they start worrying, Mama, what's wrong? Mama, quickly you see them running around the house, cleaning, washing dishes, trying to figure out what's wrong, and And if I tell them, you guys are unfair, you do this and this to me, oh, sorry, ma, whatever. That's how I throw my tantrums. I don't know how you guys throw tantrums, or if you're aware, or you just feel like you don't, but I doubt that nobody does. We all throw adult tantrums. And it's very surprising when adults throw tantrums, actually. And it's worse that some people are not even aware that they're throwing tantrums because we've left tantrums to kids. But actually, we grow up and still throw tantrums. And you see some people and adults behave differently, and you're like, just because you're not getting things your way, you're going to take this away and do this. I mean, you're just throwing tantrums. So yeah, I think that's where I am with tantrums, and I'd really, really appreciate to hear how you throw your tantrums, because truth be told, I'm sure you do. If I knew you, probably I would give an example and say this was a tantrum, this was a tantrum. But if you think, please think about it and tell me how you probably throw your tantrums when you find yourself in that corner where things are not going your way, or you're feeling not listened to. All right, so let's hear it.